Today, we're going to be talking about hose. And I ain't talking about the kind Cardi B talks about. I'm talking about drywall hose. So here, we have a 2-inch hole. About the size of a hammer. That's what I've done it with. I would not use this method on anything over 2.5 inches. Anything smaller than that will work. But what you're going to do, you're going to take, I just got this mud up here to hold it together. You're going to take 2 pieces of drywall tape and overlap them like this. You're going to take some drywall mud and put about 1/8 of an inch of mud on them. Just, get them saturated in mud. Kind of pry it back up. And put it over top of your hole that you're trying to repair. Then you're gonna take your knife with a little bit of mud on it, put a little thin coat on. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. But thin it out. And I know y'all are thinking like that don't look good at all, but I promise you, sand it, put 2 more coats on it, and it will be slick as glass. And it is surprisingly solid. I've done this before. You can knock on the wall and you almost can't even tell a difference. So that is a good method for small holes. Now over here is a little bit bigger hole. This is like, I guess if you punched a hole in the wall or something of that nature, something a little bit bigger. You could use this for pretty good size holes. But anyway, you're gonna cut out an area larger than the hole originally was. Like this is like an 8x9. I took some plywood and cut strips, like 8 inches long. I stuck in behind the drywall, and you screw it to the existing drywall on both sides. You can do it on all 4 sides, but you don't have to. Just as long as you got it on 2 sides at least, it'll help hold it flat. And you cut your piece of drywall, put it in there. I'm going to try to attempt. Actually, I'm just going to put y'all down for a minute. Only thing I'm going to do is screw this piece of drywall to it, and I'll pick y'all back up. Okay, so all I did was put some screws in the drywall, securing it to the plywood that I originally had. I'm going to be using mesh tape. That's what I would suggest for any kind of beginners, especially. What you'll do go ahead and put you a thin coat of mud on. Kind of fill in your screw holes. Put your tape on over the line. Same thing over here. I know I'm bouncing around a lot on y'all. I apologize. I did not think it would be this difficult to do with one hand, but we'll get there. But you're gonna put a little bit of mud on there before you put your tape on. The biggest part about this mudding before you put the tape on is filling in the screw holes. It does help if you got some big gaps, but other than that, like this mesh tape, it kind of sticks to the drywall itself. Another note, you don't want to overlap your tape. If you overlap your tape, it's going to be a little bit higher up than, say, one layer of tape. So you'll have to feather it out a lot farther than what you should originally have to if you just use one. Okay, so first coat, I'm gonna put it on there a little bit thick, about an 1/8 inch of mud. Just kind of thin it down all the way around. After that, you're going to want to feather your edge. Now, this right here is your edge. So you want to kind of take the knife and kind of put more pressure on this side of the knife than this side, and just kind of feather that edge. It'll leave that edge smooth and it'll be a lot easier to sand. After you do that, you'll go back one more time. Same thing down here. Just feather that edge. You know, you can go back and kind of, the smoother you get it, the less you gotta sand. And believe you me, sanding is my worst enemy. Of all the things I've done, Sanding is probably my least favorite. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do this with one hand. But you get the idea of it. And I mean, it don't look great right now. That's the first coat. You'll put 2 more on after that. You'll let this dry for 24 hours. Sand it, mud it, sand it, mud it, and sand it. And it should be smooth as glass. If it takes more times than that, no big deal. Just remember to put very thin coats on. The thinner the coat, the better, less you gotta sand. But that's how I know how to patch drywall holes. If y'all have anything else y'all want to learn or any suggestions, let me know. You can private message me or leave it in the comments. But hope this video helps you out, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.